Hi, I'm Mark Leary. I'm the Executive Director of the California Integrated Waste Management Board. I'd like to talk a little bit about the Solid Waste Disposal Measurement Act, or SB 1016, which passed last year and is now in effect. We've made great progress with AB 939. We've surpassed the 50% mandate, and in fact, in 2007, we're at 58% diversion for the whole state of California. But we're not finished yet. While SB 1016 maintains the 50% diversion mandate, it provides for more effective waste measurement by the jurisdictions and places emphasis on successful recycling and diversion program implementation. How does SB 1016 affect your waste management practices? The calculation of a jurisdiction's diversion numbers has always played a major role in AB 939, but sometimes it's an inefficient, overly complex process, one that takes between 18 and 24 months to complete. It has placed focus on achieving satisfactory numbers rather than implementing successful waste reduction and recycling programs. SB 1016 simplifies the measurement process, moving away from the complexities of diversion estimates and instead measuring per capita disposal. That is, disposal per person within a particular jurisdiction. This shift from diversion to disposal provides more accurate measurement and takes less time to calculate, allowing jurisdictions to apply resources toward building successful programs rather than crunching numbers. This change in measurement does change how we look at the numbers. However, the intent remains the same, reducing our waste disposal. Under SB 1016, each jurisdiction will have a disposal target that is equivalent to the 50% mandate, but it will be calculated on a per capita basis. For instance, if a jurisdiction is less than its 50% equivalent per capita target and is implementing its diversion and recycling programs, it's meeting the mandate. In the old way, you're used to thinking, if I exceed 50% diversion rate, I'm having great success. In the new way, you're seeking to be less than your per capita disposal target rate. That would be an effective measurement of good implementation of programs. For example, a jurisdiction with a normal waste generation rate of 10 pounds per person per day will now have a target goal of being under 5 pounds of waste disposed per person per day. For this example, the jurisdiction's goal is to have an annual per capita disposal rate below their target. Under this new system, a low disposal rate is a good thing. The lower the rate, the less waste a jurisdiction is generating. An important point to remember, if your jurisdiction was at 50% diversion under the old system, it remains at 50% under the new system. It's just measured in terms of per capita disposal now. Each jurisdiction is unique. Each one has its own 50% equivalent disposal target based on its base year generation and has different demographics and industrial bases. You may be used to comparing your diversion rate with other jurisdictions in the region, but because the per capita disposal calculation is unique to each jurisdiction, it's impossible to compare targets and disposal rates. SB 1016 does not change AB 939's 50% diversion requirement, it just measures it differently. Under both systems, the most important aspect of compliance is program implementation. To evaluate compliance, the board will look at a jurisdiction's annual per capita disposal rate as an indicator of how well its programs are doing to keep or reduce waste generated at or below a jurisdiction's unique 50% equivalent disposal target. But the numbers are simply one of several factors that the board uses to determine compliance, as opposed to being the primary factor. The priority of the board is to evaluate that a jurisdiction continues to implement its programs and is making progress in meeting its target. If a jurisdiction is struggling to meet its 50% target, the board will provide increased technical assistance to help determine why that may be and work with them to make any necessary program modifications. SB 1016 was developed in response to recommendations from jurisdictions and the Integrated Waste Management Board. SB 1016 creates a measurement system that is less complex, more accurate, and less time-consuming than it has been in the past. The shift to a per capita disposal system with continued emphasis on successful program implementation and an increase in technical assistance to jurisdictions is the next step to improving waste management practices in California. SB 1016 creates a clearer picture of where we stand in our waste reduction efforts, but most importantly, it allows us to better see where improvements are needed and address those areas earlier. You may still have questions on SB 1016. Board staff are ready and willing to help you and answer your questions. Please call us if you need us. I hope you found this introduction to SB 1016 useful and informative, and I want to congratulate you on your continued great work in implementing California's landmark legislation regarding waste management.